Don't be true, all that's true. I don't want love, baby, it's true, I'm looking up.
Hey, Vegas Dogs, you in the house! Come on, finish it out, baby! God damn, you could have came meat in here, it's so cold.
You think?
Brother's wearing a sweater over
We're the
there.
band. We're the band.
I'll tell you before it's over. Shit. I thought it was hot here in North Carolina. I live in Wyoming. I'm freezing my ass off.
Well, guys, we're going to do questions. He's going to tell some stories. Whether they're true or lies is up to y'all. Or up to him, absolutely. He said nothing is off
This
limits.
relationship's going to end in a...
That's it. I call he quit. He said, he told me earlier, nothing's off limits. That he's an open book. So, who wants to fire the first question? All right, here we go. Doesn't take long.
Can you tell us a story about the night?
I could say one thing in terms of Martin D'Amato's gatherings. I'm at least 2 for 2.
Hey, 2 years ago when I didn't make it, I'm in front of the Wells Fargo cash machine, and I just took out $200 to have some cash. I'm all excited. I told Marty, Kenny, I'll be here. Don't worry, I got my ticket. I'm gonna get in a cab. I turn around, 2 cops grab me. And I was on probation for DUI, and he said, "Nah, your PO says you can't go nowhere."
Well, and the funny thing is, absolutely no disrespect. You know, I love you.
I don't take it.
Martin and I were a little concerned about John making the gathering 2 years ago. So I called him the night before. He answered. He said, "I'm all set, Kenny. I got it. I'm there. Don't worry about it. Listen, I'm right in the middle of something. Call me back in 10 minutes. I promise I'll answer."
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah. You're right. I did do that. I've been a manipulator my whole life. I gotta say. But
You know, we should talk a little wrestling because that's why everybody's here. How do you explain, because I've been asked and I can't explain it. I mean, out of Minneapolis, the Road Warriors, you, Ric Flair, Rick Rude, Jim Bronson, I mean, it just goes on. It was there like something in the water, Kurt Hennig, and you guys, most of you guys were at Robbinsdale High School.
yeah. Well, most of us were 70 graduates, 77, 78, 76. And but everybody pretty much knows that. But the thing of it is I think it was just Vern Gagne, and you got to remember, Vern Gagne is the one who started it. And when you watch it on Sunday, and all we cared about was the interviews. You know, the interviews were fun. The Crusher had a keg. Remember, and if those were you were laughing about it so hard that you just couldn't quit talking about it. So I think that's why we just went, well, we know we don't want to work for a living, so let's all become wrestlers, or and one guy would get in and everybody starts scratching their head. I heard that some bitch is making this much money. I'm gonna get in with, I'm gonna get in. I can do that. It's all fake anyway. Then you find out it ain't all fake.
All right, John, we got to get to Q&As. That's why they're all here. But I get answers whenever your name comes up. Whenever your name comes up. What was it from Bruiser Brody? What was the origin of the Huss?
Well, I think it was. I think it was Brody. I was with Frank in Japan, and that's where I met him. So I was there, and he liked me mainly. I was respectful to him, you know, I mean, because everybody looked up to him, you know, and an ex-football player, and he was, and he kind of liked, you know, he liked guys that were ex-football players, athletes, you know, that were, and we just end up, you know, Frank did that huss before I ever did it, and it got over, and then we tagged up, and I started saying it with him, and then even when he wasn't around, I said it, so I don't know what it means.
Now let me ask you, John. You know, we obviously worked together originally, Nord the Barbarian in the AWA. Then you went to WWF as a berserker. Yeah. And also you were over in Japan. Between those, what was your favorite character?
Nord the Barbarian, I think. When I had the car lot with my dad and brothers, where we were advertising on the Vikings games, and the first time we showed this commercial was me slamming a guy through a car windshield, saying no credit, we don't care, and all that. And we played it during the Vikings games, and the next morning there was 150 people waiting at the car lot. Not so much to buy a car, but to see what the hell I was about.
To put it in perspective, this was a great car commercial, and John, his brothers, his family had a used car lot. And the commercial starts out with John saying, no credit, don't care, no this, don't care, no that, don't care, don't make your payment. And then he picked the guy up and slammed him right through the car windshield, from the hood in through the windshield. And that commercial was like the #1 commercial in all the Twin Cities.
Yeah, it was. And what was funny, I did it on an 85 Riviera, Buick Rev, right? And I said, God, I'm gonna get somebody to slam through the windshield. I had this little mechanic. I think he was on meth or something. He was a little rat. His teeth were crooked. And so, anyways, I used him, slammed through the windshield. I didn't put the tilt steering down. So his shoulder blade hit the tilt steering wheel, and I heard him, and I had to finish the commercial, but in the background I heard him going, and I broke 2 of his ribs. So yeah, and so right after that I said, I'm scared he was gonna sue me or something. So I said, hey, sign this, I'll give you $100 right now, you can't sue me. He goes, 100? I'll take it.
Thus, the original works stiff. It had nothing to do with being in the ring. All right, let's open it up. I'm sure you all, okay, way in the back.